Good afternoon, everybody. Here in rainy Vancouver, June 1st, I believe. Doesn't seem like much of a summer so far. So I've already touched on this in a couple other videos. I wasn't showing my face in those because I was using my the screen recorder, just sitting at my desk and narrating while I was showing other videos of just other stuff going on in the United States. So for such a long period of time, well, I've had my YouTube channel for like 7 years. And then, you know, I started posting videos almost daily just because of COVID-19, and all of a sudden, everything took a left curve. Everything or a left turn or whatever. It just changed. We all know why it changed. George Floyd was murdered in Minneapolis, and then from there, riots, and all this just mayhem crap was happening. And then, you know, and like I said, I've said this in other videos, but all of a sudden, the first 15-20 minutes of any local news broadcast was dedicated to COVID-19, but to the riots, to the mayhem, to the looting, the burning down of buildings across the United States, in all different cities, from Atlanta, Georgia, to places in South Carolina, Dallas, Texas, Los Angeles, California, Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon, New York, Boston, Massachusetts, and so on and so on. And then it's like, what the hell happened? We know what happened. George Floyd was murdered. But, like, seriously, what the F happened that it just took on such a dramatic turn? Like, holy hell. Like, I understand a black person was killed, and I totally... Like I said in other videos, that cop was the biggest piece of crap ever, and he's so far he's been charged with third-degree murder. Obviously, it should be first-degree. Like, what are you doing? Putting your knee in the guy's windpipe for 7-8 minutes, you piece of garbage. And I said that in many other videos, and I totally understand the anger and stuff like that. But then I started looking at the videos, and a lot of these people, it's the same thing. People dressed in skinny jeans with black hoodies, wearing black sunglasses, wearing black shoes, wearing black socks, black t-shirts. Sometimes they're wearing black gloves, black face masks, black balaclavas, all dressed in black. That's a sign of Antifa. I don't know if these are Antifa wannabes or these are actually Antifa as in the actual organization that now President Trump has either dubbed or is wanting to classify as a terrorist organization, a local nationwide terrorist organization. And rightfully so. From all the stuff they've been doing, like, what the hell are you guys doing? How the hell does that... Why are white people in particular the ones going out spray painting Black Lives Matter all over the...
I want you to know this is not...
Don't police people's way of
Let me tell you this.
themselves.
This is not a black woman who's putting Black Lives Matter. I just want you to know that when... Right, but y'all doing that for us, and we ain't asked you to do that. Listen, don't spray stuff on here when they gonna blame black people for this, and black people didn't do it.
There's some
black person, but
we did.
if we wanted you to do it, we would have asked. They not gonna show y'all faces when they see that on their building. They gonna blame that on us. Y'all are part of the problem. News come on, they gonna say we did that. We didn't do that. Stuff like this ain't right. Stuff like this ain't right. That's what the problem is. We out here standing together peacefully, protesting without any problems. You got people of all races spraying on buildings talking about Black Lives Matter. That ain't even us. You got police officers coming to a peaceful protest spraying gas on us. We ain't even did nothing. Don't let the media fool you. When they see the vandalism on these places, know that it wasn't us. And when you see stuff like that, you're supposed to stand up and say something. Don't spray on these people's buildings. That's not our message. That's not helping nothing. And then putting it on us, and then want to argue with us and say somebody black asked you to spray. We don't need nobody to do nothing for us. That's what.
Why are the white people passing out bricks like I've shown in my other videos that I've seen on Twitter? passing out bricks to black protesters to make them look like they're the ones causing all the mayhem.
Bitch, don't give no group of black men no frick that don't do nothing, alright? Push the fuck up. Go home. Why would you give that to them? They gonna get in trouble. You stupid. You a retarded bitch. All of y'all. Why the fuck would you give that to them? That shit is wild disrespectful. I don't give a fuck about your friends. I'm talking about this white bitch giving a group of black men a brick to throw. Do you know that shit could get them killed? You know that. Just having that shit could get them killed. Y'all find yourself so station to go in the fucking house while I kick everybody's ass. Go in the motherfucking house while I slap everybody's glasses off their face. Fuck y'all. That's some bullshit. What the fuck is that?
They just sitting there waiting to give somebody a brick.
A black man to walk by so you can hand them a brick.
Like, you gotta wonder, like, if I was going to a protest, first of all, I wouldn't be rioting. Second of all, I'm not gonna be spray painting BLM everywhere. Third of all, I'm not gonna be giving bricks to black protesters. What the F is going on here? And I'll tell you what's going on. From what I can tell and what other people can tell, it's George Soros and his Open Society Foundation. And he's done this in multiple other countries when he's trying to cause an uprising, to have social change. This is what he does. He pays protesters in order to start stuff. Oh yeah, sure, yeah, he's paying protesters. What are you talking about? What are you saying? Like I said before, a lot of you people live in your little bubble and you think that everyone acts the same way as you. You think the world just kind of is organically created, certain things happen and there's an organic uprising. That's simply not the case. And if you don't want to look at the what's going on, if you don't want to pay attention, hey, it's up to you what you want to think. Like, it's the same with me. It's up to me what I want to think. But you're simply looking at it from your rose-colored glasses, thinking the world is the way you view it. And it's simply not the case. It just isn't the way you think it is. There's so many different factors at hand with everything. There's so much corruption. There's so many players behind the scenes orchestrating events or swaying events in the way that they want them to be achieved, that it's unbelievable. And that's fine if you don't believe it, but don't come and tell me that there's pallets of bricks at so many different protests. Across the United States in the actual locations, the specific streets where the protest routes are located in major cities, in multiple different cities. What, these are just all, oh, everything's a coincidence to you guys. Everything just kind of happens. What are you talking about? No one's dropping off bricks there. And then meanwhile it comes out that Acme Bricks, it's a company owned by Berkshire Hathaway. Warren Buffett is one of the major owners in that company, and these are where all the bricks are coming from, across multiple cities in the United States. Yeah, I know, it's just a coincidence. Everything's just a coincidence. Everything is organic. Nothing's orchestrated. There's no one behind the scenes trying to play you. And like I said, if that's what you want to believe, go right ahead. Maybe it's just me being conspiracy-minded psycho. I should be wearing my tinfoil hat. I forgot today. It's in the wash. I don't know. If you want to view the world in that light, like I said, it is entirely up to you. But at the end of the day, there are other forces at work here. And they're trying, like, just look at the situation. Just look at it. Like I said in other videos, but I just got to get it out because I just pissed off. So instead of getting my aggression out, breaking windows and stuff like that. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that, you idiots. Instead of getting my aggression out in other methods, I'm on camera yelling at my smartphone, which might look a little bit ridiculous to my neighbors, but at the end of the day, at least I'm not causing any kind of trouble in the community. But if you break it down, how is it we were in this massive coronavirus situation for the last almost 3 months now, all of a sudden, breakneck speed, George Floyd was murdered, videotaped, uploaded to Facebook Live, and now there's like riots across the United States. Everyone has forgotten about coronavirus. It's funny, even here in Canada, Theresa Tam, the chief public health officer, stated it's okay to go to Black Lives Matter rallies as long as you're wearing a face mask and you're not yelling, because if you yell, then you'll have the saliva coming out of your mouth and you could spread the COVID-19 that way. What? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you insane? So now all of a sudden it's okay to stand in a rally with 5,000 other people. That's good that 5,000 other people came out. I just find it hilarious that now the chief health officer thinks it's okay. It's just a coincidence. There's nothing going on there. Like, okay. So now she's all on board with that. She's okay with having 5,000 other people in the protest in downtown Vancouver. She's okay with having 5,000 other people together. It doesn't really matter. You're not gonna, guys, don't worry about it. As long as you're wearing a mask, you won't spread the deadly disease. It's a deadly disease that's killed, like I said, 0.0019% of the population, but it's deadly. It's very deadly. Meanwhile, most people dying from it live or were on their deathbeds in home care or old folks' homes, senior care facilities, but that doesn't matter. You're still not cluing in, are you? Some of you people still don't clue in. You still think this is a really deadly disease. Keep thinking that. Keep thinking that. Like I said in the other video, more shit is coming down the pipeline because you people just don't seem to get it. And you're going to get it. Eventually you'll get it because there's going to be so much information. You're going to actually have to look at yourself in the mirror and just start thinking like, holy shit, this really doesn't make any sense. How can we have 4, 5, 6 different events all in 1 year, all completely different, and they're all massive events? How many massive events can you have in 1 year before you start wondering what the F is going on here? I don't know exactly what's going on, but a lot of things simply don't add up. This is an election year, like I've stated before, and we know they've been trying to throw out Trump since even before he was elected. You know, he's racist, first of all. He colluded with Russia to get elected. He's a Russian agent. Russia got him elected, not the American people. No. Russians got him elected because of all the Russian propaganda. Yeah, that really got me. I'm a Russian agent too. I'm in Canada, but actually I'm a Russian agent, guys. What was the other one? There was actually, he's a misogynist. There was that one too. Of course, he was racist. I can't even remember all the stupid crap. There is a lot of other ones. See, I'm even faulty of forgetting all the stuff that they throw at Trump because there's just so many stupid incidents that are thrown at him. I'd actually have to look it all up. I know there was like 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 different incidents that they tried to get him on. Oh yeah, he was he colluding with Ukraine or something like that? Some other crap. There's just so many stupid things. Everything has failed. They tried to get him not extradited. What the hell is the word? Not subpoenaed. 1 second here. I gotta think about this one. Hold on. Oh yeah, they tried to get him impeached. That didn't work. So those were 3, I guess, of the different things. There might be some other ones. So now we're on to COVID-19. Is that part of overthrowing his presidency so he doesn't get elected? Not overthrowing, but making it seem like he's a bad president so they don't re-elect him in November. Is that another one? So COVID-19. Now they got the race riots. Are they trying to make him look bad again? I don't know. These are just things I'm thinking about in my head because I'm a nut job, right? I'm a crazy MF. Tinfoil hat guy, even though I'm wearing a camouflage hat today. Maybe it's not all about Trump, but it's you guys do have to admit the United States at the present time is getting beaten down heavily. The rest of the world is getting beaten down with this fake COVID-19 thing, but in particular the US is taking a beating. I don't know where this is all headed, but let me tell you, this year is crazy, and it's, like I said, gonna get crazier. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm kind of rambling again. I don't have anything new to talk about at the present time, even though there is other things to talk about. But I just find it bloody hilarious that COVID-19 has been thrown to the curb. COVID-19 has been thrown to the curb, and now it's all about race riots and buildings burning and all this crap. Now supposedly the National Guard's going to be implemented in different states across the United States. And it's funny, you know, people were talking about gun rights, and nobody should have guns except for you know, military, police officials. Why should regular citizens have gun rights? Only hunters, maybe, stuff like that. Now are you understanding why people want to have guns? If I was in the United States, I'd want to have a gun to protect my family. I don't even like guns. I hate all that stuff. But when push comes to shove, I'm sure everybody here is willing to admit they'd want to have a gun in order to protect their family. Do you realize most of the police stations across these major cities are only protecting federal buildings? So if you're a small business owner, if you own a hair salon, if you own a small grocery store, you have to protect your own business. There's so many different things going on in these communities. By the time, if you call 911 to help you, by the time the police come to your store, either it's going to be completely destroyed or completely looted and burned to the ground. So this is why they have laws to protect gun owners. I think is it the Fifth Amendment in the United States or the Third? I forget. I'm not an American citizen, but they have the right to bear arms. This is the major reason right there. Do you understand why? Now it's not about hunting. It's not about going out and shooting deer and stuff like that. It's about protecting you specifically from overreach of the government, and also to protect yourselves from looters and people breaking into your homes, breaking into your businesses. So a lot of these people yip-yapping about, oh, you know, guns do not belong in the arms of regular citizens unless it's for specific reasons. Maybe you're changing your tune now. Probably not, because you're too brainwashed, but whatever. A lot of people, we don't have to worry up here so much right now. But if you were in the United States, if you were in the major cities, I'm sure you would change your tune if your family came into any harm. I don't know what else to say. It's for me, it's a black and white issue. And I don't mean that as in black and white race. I mean it as in cut and dry, black and white. This, to me, is not a gray subject, meaning that we should be able to have weapons. We should be able to have guns. I don't like guns, but as you can see, when push comes to shove, you do need weapons to protect yourself, specifically in these larger cities. They've been getting destroyed. So, guns are good. I don't know. I don't like guns. I don't like them. I don't want to have guns. I don't have any weapons. I don't plan on purchasing any weapons. But at the end of the day, you can see what's going on. You can understand, and you must feel sympathy with these business owners who not only have they been shut down because of this BS common cold, common flu called the coronavirus, mandated to shut down, that destroyed their business, but now their businesses are literally destroyed, as in ruined, as in burned right to the bloody ground. And if they had weapons, if they had guns, they could protect themselves. And if on YouTube you'll see videos in Republican states like Idaho. I'd like to see some of those little wimpy white Antifa assholes try to go to Idaho and screw around in Boise, Idaho, and other cities around that area. Meridian, Idaho, and just the other cities I've driven through. Nice cities. They are Republican strongholds, and they have very strong gun rights there. And you should see all the people with AR-15s and these other weapons protecting storefronts.
I don't have to worry about people looting businesses. I don't even have to worry about paying for cops. Everybody's taking care of everybody. Shoot straight. Will do, Scalgar. So, just to give you guys a heads up, there were reports there was a little protest earlier in Coeur d'Alene, and there were reports that they were kind kind of mobilizing Antifa to come out later in the afternoon, this evening, tonight. So that's why this presence is here. People got the word out. Make sure it doesn't happen. There's been people driving the street.
That's what should be happening in other cities, and shoot these Antifa assholes right in the face. These pieces of crap, George Soros supporters, or actually getting paid from George Soros. They deserve exactly what they get, to get shot. If you're going to come, because a lot of these Antifa people are actually getting bussed in from other states, and Attorney General Barr specifically stated on one of his broadcasts or whatever, one of his meetings, that he was stating that in Minneapolis, a lot of the people getting caught were out of town, out of state people coming into Minneapolis to raise hell and destroy Minneapolis. Why would anyone actually take a bus and go to another state or another province to cause hell? Unless you're getting paid for it. Sure, maybe a couple here and there, but was it hundreds of people? Is it thousands? I don't know. I know it sounds crazy. What do you mean paid protesters? There's websites called crowdsondemand.com, and just type in paid protesters. Type that into Google. Paid supporters, paid activists, and you will see a bunch of different websites come up where you can literally pay for people to come to your events and cheer you on or start trouble, whatever the hell it is. It's crazy. I know it sounds crazy. Look it up. It exists. George Soros funds these different organizations, and I told you that he's been known to do this in other countries in the Middle East, and I don't know, possibly in Europe as well, and he's done it in the United States. Black Lives Matter, actually, part of that organization, is funded by George Soros. I'm not saying all of BLM is a terrorist organization, but he does fund a lot of different social groups, including Antifa, which stands for anti-fascist. Meanwhile, their funder is a billionaire. George Soros is a billionaire. You can't make this stuff up. It's so crazy. But anyways, I just wanted to get some of this stuff off my chest. At the end of the day, all this stuff is ridiculous and stupid. I just want to know what's the next false flag they're going to pull. What's the next big event they're going to pull on us to get us into, martial law? I don't know if that's going to happen in Canada, but it might happen in the United States from the looks of it. If they continue with these massive riots. Yesterday in Las Vegas, there was a police officer who was shot in the head. He was killed. So this is turning into a civil war down in the United States now. It's getting crazy. All because one person was killed, George Floyd. How about all the black babies that are aborted every year? Do you know that there's more black babies aborted than there are born? Go look it up. Look the shit up. No one cares about black babies being aborted. One guy gets killed by police, which I said, and don't think I'm racist, which I said is sad and disgusting that police officer murdered him. But at the end of the day, it is one person. And I know one person. There should be no people getting killed from police brutality. I totally am on board 1,000%. But have the same aggression with aborted black babies, with all aborted babies, with all lives that get killed and snuffed out for no reason. Millions of black babies have been aborted. Look it up. Look the shit up. So all your anger and aggression towards the stupid scumbag police officer that murdered George Floyd, all that aggression should also focus on the fact that the killing and murder of unborn black kids is going on every single day in the United States, and no one cares. No one cares. Why? Why don't you care about that? Why don't you care about those poor black kids that were murdered? They couldn't even take their first fucking breath. Think about it. Why do you get so mad? Because the media's got a stronghold on you, right? It's got a stronghold on all of us, including me. We've all been indoctrinated into this BS system, and it's hard to shake it when it's all around you. It really is. I know it is. It's hard to shake you. It's like a transfer all, and it's crazy. But anyways, guys, All lives matter. All black lives matter. All white lives matter. All yellow lives matter. All tanned lives matter. All colors, all lives, all unborn lives matter. Every single life matters. Even before they're born, they matter. Remember that. We are a people being looked at from God. He created us, and the way this world is turning out is simply disgusting. There will be a turning point. That's why there's so much social change going on right now. This is a period of time in our lives where massive amounts of change is going on. Believe it or not, for the best. We're going through it now. It's almost like a drug addict where you're addicted to drugs, and now we don't have access to that heroin or to that cocaine anymore, so we're going through change. You know, we're having withdrawals. This is part of the withdrawal process. All this fighting, all this divisiveness, fighting with friends and family. We all have our different viewpoints, and a lot of people are at a different stage in the awakening right now. A lot of people are at a different stage, so we're fighting with each other. Races are fighting with each other. Families are fighting with each other. Husbands and wives are fighting with each other. Brothers and sisters are fighting with each other. Countries are fighting with each other, and so forth. Because we're all having withdrawals. We know something's wrong. We all know something's wrong. Things don't make sense. Nothing makes sense. But it's going to make sense in the end. We have to get through this. We're all in withdrawal right now. And eventually, we're going to come out stronger on the other side. As a people, one people under God. All of us together are the same. Who cares if we have a little bit of a tan and some people don't? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, none of that matters. What matters is what's in here, people. That's what matters more than anything. Peace. One love under God. Have a great day. Hit the like button. Hit subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you are informed every time I upload a new video. And please, turn off your TV and start searching online for real information. Start searching for the real truth. Because you guys all know something's wrong. Nothing adds up anymore. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it.